It's Monday, September 16th. You're listening to your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. The FBI is investigating what appears to be another assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump, and this time it was in Florida.
The Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been.
The Secret Service opened fire on a man in the bushes. They say pointed a high-powered rifle toward the Trump International Golf Club in Palm Beach County, just a few hundred yards from where the former president was playing yesterday.
In the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, two backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro.
The FBI later arrested 58-year-old Ryan Routh. They say he had a criminal record and has been recruiting people to fight in the war against Russia. He's now facing federal charges. A new report from the student news service Fresh Take Florida shows former University of Florida President Ben Sasse spent over $1.3 million on private catering for lavish dinners, football tailgates, and extravagant social functions in his first year on the job. The amount was about double the spending of his predecessor. Fresh Take Florida obtained public records showing Sasse, for example, hosted a holiday party complete with tableside sushi rolls, entrees for 200 guests to the tune of $176,000. The bill for just the liquor was listed as more than $7,000. It's not clear, though, if the bill was covered solely by the university's taxpayer dollars or if they came from donor contributions as well. The report from Fresh Take Florida comes just a few weeks after the independent Florida Alligator reported that Sasse gave 6 former staffers and 2 former Republican officials work-from-home jobs with salaries that outstripped any comparable positions. Sasse resigned as president in July, saying he needed to spend more time with his family. His predecessor, Kent Fuchs, was brought back to head the university on a temporary basis. And an old, iconic oak tree that stood large outside Florida's historic Capitol building for decades came crashing to the ground over the weekend, breaking the hearts of many Tallahassee residents. Days of heavy rain likely caused the giant oak to fall, with some branches crashing into the road. Plenty of people reacted to a photo posted to Facebook showing crews hauling away limbs and leaves scattered around the intersection. One person commented, "This tree was here when I moved to Tallahassee in '82. Going to look so naked there now." Another wrote, "I'm guessing about 100 years old at least. I've been here since '78, and it was a good-sized tree back then." Others seized the moment to compare the fallen tree to Florida State University's disastrous early season and the bitter loss to the University of Memphis earlier. Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. The very first statewide teacher strike in the country came on a cold February morning in Florida in 1968. Over 27,000 teachers and administrators turned in their resignations and walked off the job. At the time, the Leon Education Association reported that more than a third of Leon County teachers didn't show up to work on the first day of the strike. The Tallahassee Democrat reported that more than 400 people had offered to volunteer to help teach Leon County classes at the start of the walkout. Strikers wanted more money for schools and salaries, which were behind the national average. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.